Тиль, do you have presentation or no? Окей. Приглашаю тогда Тиля. Тиль будет говорить на английском языке. Поднимите, пожалуйста, руку, кому сложно понимать английский. Ага. Тогда мы можем сделать... Ну, в принципе, у нас какой сейчас будет расклад. Будет рассказывать Тиль, и потом у нас будет перерыв небольшой. Поэтому те, кто не очень понимает английский, мы не будем делать перевод, но вы можете потихонечку уже начать отдыхать. А ребята, кто стоит сзади, вы можете прийти сюда и занять места прямо впереди, чтобы вам было нормально слышно. Вот. So, I told that we are not gonna translate it into Russian, and those who don't understand English can be free to walk around and take a break.
Well, I'm anyway trying to make this, to express this as simple as possible, because... That better? Yeah. All right. So, as I said, I'm gonna try to keep this as simple as possible because it's anyway a really difficult topic. So, I'm talking about serving in freedom or serving freedom. Now, a little bit background about me. I used to serve as a soldier. I studied arts and culture, so quite a liberal education after that. And I'm working now as a photojournalist. One of the most central questions that you get to is, as a soldier, is do you serve the principle of freedom? So do you serve this principle, the concept? And anyway, what's that concept that you are apparently serving? Or do you serve in self-determined freedom? Have you determined yourself that you're giving up your freedom in order to serve? It's a sort of contradicting question. Or like, you're basically addressing this question from both sides and trying to figure, what am I doing here? So what I understand, the speaker before me spoke about Amon and the 1st of May. So my perspective is a bit more, I understand how it is to be among a mass of people, among the system, being with the system. And asking you, but at the same time, questioning yourself and saying, "This is what I'm doing here is not freedom. This is how can this be freedom?" So, the question the answer that I found, and please understand, this is just the answer that I've come to as an individual after studying arts and culture and philosophy and all these things as well. So, I'm going to try, that's why I say I'm going to try to keep this simple. Question is, how to use the freedom that you're getting. So, as a soldier, I would tell myself, in service, I have to follow and I have to be obedient. But when I'm not a soldier, when I'm private, and there are moments even when you are in uniform, in service, when you are in private, I want to be free. And I am free. And actually I realized that I was as free as I was as a citizen before. And that's the reason why I, in the end and after my service, figured out, yes, freedom is something that is there and that actually it's very difficult to take from you. So the question is, how do you address and how do you deal with the freedom? The freedom is something that everybody defines for themselves. I will not give you an explanation of freedom. Each and everyone has a differentiating, self-coherent understanding of freedom. Everybody has. I believe this is one of the most fundamental faculties of a human being. The question is, what do you do if this clashes with others? Or if your freedom is limited? Well, one solution is usual. You're not alone when your freedom is limited. And sometimes simply standing there and saying, no, I am not doing this. This is against what I believe. Go ahead, do what you want. I will not bow down to your pressure. Sounds simple, can be pretty difficult. And it takes a lot of training and a lot of time till you get to stand there and say, no, I'm not. I don't follow. That's why, actually one of the reasons why I ultimately left the armed forces, but that's another story. The question is, if you serve in freedom, and that's what I would say I'm doing now as a journalist, I determine myself, this is freedom that I can take, and I can limit my freedom. I'm limiting it, I don't care. And basically what I'm doing, I give my freedom and say, I can figure this out, and I can convey this to others, and I can question them. I can make people wonder and think, and by that, I am changing something. I might change this, it's an old thing that a lot of people will have heard. If I've changed one person, I've changed something. That's the beginning. That's all that I'm aiming for, changing that one person. As you probably heard, I'm a photojournalist. So for me, speaking in pictures, and not actually, it's quite unusual for me to stand on a stage and say something. I haven't done that for years. Speaking through pictures and touching people through pictures and making people understand through pictures that freedom is something that you have to negotiate and, in some terms, organize, self-determine and determine in every moment of your life very consciously. That is my aim. And I would say that is what serving in freedom is for me. Making a conscious choice to do so. If you're not making a conscious choice, you are serving freedom and you are a servant of an idea, of a concept, whatever that may be, but you are bound by it. Whereas redefining it and staying open and engaging with the opinion of others is something way more difficult, but it's something that is way more prosperous and that is on a societal scale seen way more beneficial. So I see that my time is about to run out. I hope that I've made sense to you. And if you have questions, please come, talk to me. I'm here. In St. Petersburg or here? I have not made that decision yet. I'm free to do so yet. But yeah, please come talk to me, or if you if you have further questions, I have more tangible examples. As I say, it's 10 minutes. It's a bit difficult to pack that all in 10 minutes. So thank you for your attention. I hope most people understood me.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Окей, спасибо. Мы сейчас будем делать